Sometimes you don't know what you have until you fucking lose it. Don't let that shit, don't let the fact that you can wake up every fucking morning, move your legs, jump out of bed, do your shit, have no fucking problems.
State of mind, that place where you lose yourself and you find yourself.
What is up, guys? I'm doing this here in the garage. A lot of updates. So I'm basically doing this a little lazy. I've been doing a lot of filming, a lot of working. The last couple of days we got snowed in. About a week and a half here on the East Coast. We had this really strong storm. So we had like 20 inches of snow. We were like trapped inside the house for like maybe 2-3 days, give or take, because the snow plows took a bit longer than usual to clear up the streets. So in the meantime, or behind the scenes, I did know that was happening, and as you guys can see, we got the homemade gym. It's slowly but surely getting assembled. We got the squat rack here. I'll probably go more in depth as far as like how I acquired this stuff. We'll just say Facebook Marketplace is the place if you guys are trying to build a home gym under budget. You know, next to me is a pull-up, dip, and ab crunch tower that I literally got for free. I offered the dude 60, and I forgot, I couldn't go, and then he was like, you know, man, I'm just trying to get rid of it. It's free if you can come pick it up tonight. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll be there as soon as possible. So we met him at the like grocery store or something like that, and he gave it to us. It's funny, for both of these pieces, there's no actual instruction manual, and both of them said, like, you know, you seem like a smart guy. I think you can build it on your own. I'm like, I guess so. I'm trying to look at the pictures of what it used to look like. They both came disassembled, and I'm just gonna have to like figure out the nuts and bolts and whatnot. Treadmill, we got a treadmill as well, because as you can imagine, which it came super in handy, with it being so snowed around and not able to go walking because it's so cold. Even in the garage right now, it's kind of cold, so I really can't wait till it's like summer. I do have a little heater, but it's not as powerful enough to kind of warm up the whole garage. But those couple of days where I was snowed in, I just went on the treadmill, got my steps. I went like on it like 20 minutes at a time, multiple times throughout the day, just to get my steps to mimic me walking outside. And it's really convenient. Just get 20 minutes, boom, go play some video games, come back, do some 20 minutes. Like it's really convenient. I really do like having the treadmill. PFT season's coming up. You know, if you guys are in the Marine Corps, I don't know if I have to keep restating this, but I'm in the Marine Corps, so twice a year we have 2 fitness tests. We have the PFT and the CFT. And so the first portion of the year, PFT is more endurance, muscular endurance focused. We get the pull-ups, we get the plank, we get the timed 3-mile run. And then the later half of the year, from July to December, we have the CFT, which is more like strength focus. We still have speed in the beginning, the 880. You got to run around the track or run half a mile in about under 3 minutes. So the lower you can get, you know, the better points. 5-minute carries, all that good shit. But so my last video, recently I've been running the 5-3-1 method. I'll be honest with you, I discovered this through Gemini. I was looking up, it's like, I'm trying to increase my bench press and squat, right? I really want to hit 315. It's been a while since I've been able to hit that, probably since high school. I'm turning 30 now, so not to be all, you know, weird and nostalgic, but that's 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I used to weigh like 300 plus pounds. So hitting 315 on my core lifts, deadlift, squat, and bench wasn't as impressive, right? When you weigh 315 pounds. Now I'm about 215, 100 pounds later, and I'm trying to slowly lose the weight. I'm trying to get down to 200, because I'm also, again, I'm in the Marine Corps, so I'm trying to stay within body standards, but also be strong at the same time. And it's definitely tricky, and I think doing the powerlifting, right, focusing on getting numbers, focusing on recovery, focusing on strength, more or less, and a little less on the fat loss, has helped me be more patient, because I think I've realized, and it's something really hard, even someone my age and just been doing this for so long. I want the results super fast. You know, I want to look lean in 6 weeks, or you know, some of those weird keywords you see out there, like get lean in 8 weeks or 12-week cut. And while you can do that in that certain amount of time, I think where I'm at, I'm maybe 6 months, 12 months out, rather than 12 weeks out. So I figured, okay, it's gonna be, right, it's February. So if I can just lose 1 pound, even half a pound every week, right? I don't know how many weeks that is, but we'll just say 6 months, right? 4 times 6 is 20 weeks from now, right? That's 20 pounds of hopefully pure fat loss. I'm gonna look significantly different, 20 pounds lighter, than if I were to rush it, right? And at the same token, my calories are super not low, or like super, how do I say it? It's like 300, 400 calorie deficit, right? It's enough. And then with my steps and cardio, I'm making that deficit to where I can lose a pound every week. So I have enough calories to progress on the strength portion and enough to preserve the muscle, but not so low to where I'm losing fat and muscle, right? Just total body weight. And so that's what's helping me with the numbers, and just being focused on progressive overload and doing the 5-3-1 method. Like I said, I plugged the numbers in. I was like, what can I use to get me to my goal? You know, something that's going to be like, I'm going to have it forever. I'm not going to just hit 315, then it's going to go away. It's the same thing with the abs. I'm not trying to get abs and then they disappear. I'm trying to get stuff that's going to last forever, or at least for a long, long time, not just a couple weeks or a day. And so a lot of powerlifters use the 5-3-1 method, right? Week 1, you're starting with your 3 sets of 5, different percentages, right? And then the next week you do different percentages with 3 sets of 3. And then on the last week, you do 1 set of 5 reps, 1 set of 3 reps, and 1 set of 1, it's gonna be your max, like you're attempting to do a max. And I like the way they use training max. You have absolute max and you have your training max. Training max means it's hard. You can get it you can definitely get it for 1, but you can definitely get it for 2 to 3 reps. So what that allows you to do is you're not really straining yourself too much. You're getting good form, right? And you're able to have some reps in reserve, more or less. So last week was a PR week. I hit bench 245, which I've never hit before. And then I hit, I think it was 255 on squat for 4 reps. On my numbers, I had certain numbers programmed. I think I had 235 for bench for 2 reps. I got 245. So not only did I double the weight, but I had the same amount of rep range, right, to 2 reps. And then, oh, that's my neighbor. And for squat, I think I had 250 for squat for 1+ rep, right, like just as many as you can. Well, I did 155 for 4 or 5 reps. Damn, can you hear that? Anyway. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's hilarious. Alright. It's fine. They're chilling, they're partying. I like the you know, bad buddy mommy, you know. So I hope, and every time I've always tested out my maxes, it's always been like that. Like I want to be able to hit not just 1 rep, you know, like struggle, like I want to be able to like hit the rep, like definitely 1, and then on that second one, it's like fuck, and then boom, rack it. So when people ask me, what's your max? I'm like, oh, it's this, but you know what I mean? Like it's not like an absolute max, it's more of like a training max. So I definitely do like that type of training philosophy. And I've noticed since training like this, again, it's a slower progression, right? It's, I hope you guys will hear it, but it's a slower progression, right? So it's more concrete. So what I hit last week, I'll be able to hit this week easily, right? Because at least the fundamentals, the accessory work that I've been doing too, that's the other thing. The accessory work that I've been doing a lot more front squats, Bulgarians. I've kind of gotten away from Bulgarians for a while, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why. And up until the beginning of this year of 2026, right, I've been doing a lot more. So after my main squats, I either do tempo squats, so really pause squats, so I come down, breathe 1, 2, and then come back up, explode up. So I do like 3 sets of like 6 of that, just to kind of get my legs used to being in that hole. And then Bulgarian split squats, just really just spamming the fuck out of those each legs. One thing I saw, so I used to do one leg and then quickly move the dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you guys use, and then do the other leg. Now I saw some like, you know, one leg, right, you're training that whole thing, is essentially like doing like 1 set of like squats. You're not gonna do your 10 sets of squats or 10 reps of squats and then do another 10, like, right? So I usually take like a 20-second break. I'll kind of catch my breath. Okay, cool, set up, get the leg, breathe, and then boom, get into it. So I take about like a 30-second break for each leg. So it's a little longer, but like I said, I spam that. Calf raises, I love the calves. You know, I think at heart, I'm still a bodybuilder. I want to have a good looking physique. So calves, I don't think there's any performative benefit to having big calves. I don't think, maybe jumping, I don't know. But they do look nice when you go running or when you're in shorts or in the summer. Good calves look good on you. So that's kind of where I am with calves. What else? Glutes, right? Doing glutes, Romanian deadlifts, back extensions, laying hamstring curls. That's something I do religiously, because as much as I don't want to grow a big booty, for instance, right? The hamstring is going to help you with your main core lift, and the leg extension, same thing as well. And lunges, you know, all that's going to work. The quads, the glutes, all the mechanisms that are an accessory to the actual main squat itself. Same thing with bench, close grip bench press. Never done that. I think I did it one time a couple years ago. My wrists were fucked up. I think I was just doing them improperly, not good form. And now I love it, because not only does it help me strengthen my triceps, but it's such a good like chest and like against accessory movement to get those triceps not only bigger but stronger when it comes to the bench press. So Cuban press, it's where you have like the dumbbells, you go here and you rotate up and then boom that. I'm telling you guys, not only will it blow up your shoulders, but it's really good for shoulder health. To be able to rotate and have the flexibility to do that with the dumbbell, right? I definitely could do it with like 20 pounds. Let's see, I'll do it right now. I'll demonstrate. So you kind of essentially do a row, up, boom, like that. So you're kind of getting that upright row motion. You rotate, which is that's a lot of muscle and strength on its own, and then the press up is kind of like the cake cherry on the top. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So if you guys are watching this video, I'm probably gonna put something in the beginning, like a little montage of me, my working out over the past couple weeks, and then some more stuff at the very back end of this video. But kind of want to sit down and talk. Haven't really had a chance to talk as far as like the training and the way I'm approaching it. So my goal is really just take as, not as long, but you know what I mean, just be patient with the process, you know. I'm trying to be like, you know what, it's going to come. In a couple months, snap my fingers, boom, I'm going to be lean, I'm going to be strong. It's the things I need to worry about. It's not so much the future. I need to be more present and worry about the things. So like focusing on my sleep hygiene, my morning routine, my journaling, daily affirmations, diet. I've been doing in-body scans at the local supplement store, and I've noticed weight has fluctuated. Body fat percentage was going up for a little bit, and muscle mass was just and it's because I wasn't, that's a whole other topic too, but I'll talk about intermittent fasting and how that's helped me in the beginning. As someone who's overweight, I definitely suggest you do intermittent fasting, but I think as the more advanced you get, I do think some things need to die off. I think what helped you once in the beginning is not going to necessarily help you to advance later on. You know, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but intermittent fasting helped me a lot, and I'm still kind of stuck on that. But I'm not getting enough protein, and protein helps with preserving muscle and building muscle. And I would still find myself breaking the fast at 1 p.m. and trying to scarf up 200 plus grams of protein from now until like 9 o'clock when I go to bed. I've been very strict with my sleep, and I just can't. I get 170 at the end of the day, like my fitness pal, and I have 170 grams of protein. That's for strength training and cutting. That's not enough. I bare minimum 200 plus. You know, so that's something I've been trying to get away from. Do I still fast? Yes, like the first 3-4 hours in the morning, right? And then boom, I have my eggs, my oatmeal, make sure I got fuel for my workout, eat, and then after that eat again, have protein shake, my my veggies and fruits. So that's kind of all I just want to rant. I just want to talk. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to with moving, with work, just life really. I was like, you know what? I can set time, some 10 minutes aside, kind of give you a sneak preview of what's to come later on. But like I said, it's not really finished yet. I don't really have that many weights, or if any at all. And yeah, so I just want to give you guys a little sneak peek at the same time. But if you guys are new or have been watching forever, I appreciate you. Thank you. And let me know what you guys want to see. I'm just going to be posting whatever I feel, whether it's my personal mindset, personal growth, physical growth, maybe some financial, probably not, but I definitely, it's nothing to do with me turning 30, but I think with that, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time for some things to change. It's time for some, and every year I'm like that, but I think more so now it's like, okay, we're reaching a new era, a new decade, and what am I gonna do now that's gonna set me up? So when I turn 40, I'm gonna be like, wow, what I was doing, the compound interest was really helping me out there. So it's not gonna be easy, but it's definitely a process, and so I'm looking forward to that. So enough of that, time to get to bed.